The chill of New Year's Day carried more than frosty temperatures to Slovakia. It ushered in a diplomatic freeze with Ukraine. Kyiv's abrupt decision to halt the transit of Russian natural gas through its pipelines to Slovakia has ignited a fiery war of words between Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, sending ripples across the European Union. Slovakia, a key transit hub for Russian gas into Central Europe, now faces an estimated 500 million euros annual loss in transit fees, compounding its financial challenges. Fico, visibly outraged, lashed out at Zelensky, labeling the move sabotage and accusing the Ukrainian president of jeopardizing Slovakia's public finances and destabilizing the broader European economy.
On the first day of 2025, the Ukrainian President Zelensky deliberately began to damage Slovak public finances and damage the entire European Union. President Zelensky, with his one-sided decision to stop transit from Ukraine to Slovakia and other European partners, takes Slovakia annually about 500 million euros, which we would earn on transit tickets. The entire European Union will pay 70 billion euros. The Russian Federation will not be harmed in any way. The decision of President Zelensky will benefit the United States with increased gas supply to Europe.
The Slovak leader, who has been open about seeking stronger ties with Moscow, outlined the fallout. Soaring energy prices across Europe, mounting financial strain on Slovak households, and significant losses for the state economy. In response, Fico has hinted at retaliatory measures, including cutting electricity supplies to Ukraine and scaling back support for the 130,530 Ukrainian refugees currently residing in Slovakia.
In the direction of Slovak social democracy, I would like to point out that we are ready to decide and agree in the coalition to stop the supply of electricity and significantly reduce the support for the citizens of Ukraine who are on the territory of the Slovak Republic. I believe that the coalition partners also perceive the situation around stopping the transit of gas as an exceptionally important and worthy of a sovereign reaction of a sovereign Slovakia. The only alternative for a sovereign Slovakia is the renewal of transit or the requirement of compensatory mechanisms that replace accidents in public finances worth almost 500 million euros.
Zelensky, meanwhile, accused Fico of aligning with Moscow's agenda to weaken Ukraine, framing the Slovak Prime Minister's actions as part of Russia's strategy to destabilize Kyiv. Fico is dragging Slovakia into Russia's attempts to cause more suffering for Ukrainians, Zelensky charged. This heated exchange comes as Slovakia undergoes a broader political pivot. Since taking office, Fico has ended military aid to Ukraine and deepened ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin, including a high-profile visit to Moscow in December. Fico's coalition government is now evaluating its next steps. A delegation will travel to Brussels next week to discuss compensation mechanisms or alternative transit solutions, though Fico made it clear that Slovakia will not remain passive.
Next year, the government delegation will participate in the elections in Brussels, where Ukrainian politicians had the audacity to complain to us that we are ready to take reciprocal measures, for example, in the form of stopping the supply of electricity to Ukraine. After the delegation returns from Brussels, I will call a coalition council, then the government, and we will decide what measures we will take to adequately respond to the sabotage of President Zelensky.
Elsewhere, Poland has stepped in, offering to bolster Ukraine's energy supplies should Slovakia follow through on its threats. The European Commission has downplayed the impact of the gas transit halt, emphasizing that EU member states are prepared to handle the change. Still, concerns linger for nations like Moldova, which are already grappling with energy shortages. The dispute highlights the shifting dynamics of Europe's energy landscape. The expiration of the Russia-Ukraine transit contract on January 1st signals the end of Moscow's decades-long dominance over the continent's gas supply. While Slovakia has secured alternative sources, the economic strain of bypassing Russian pipelines is undeniable.